What's up, everybody? It's Saturday morning here with Griffin and Lenny. Doc's Daily, Saturday, bright and early for us. He's on the West Coast. Now he gets a little bit of what I feel. We're here at West Coast, boy. Saturday morning, 8 a.m. I'm supposed to be eating over-sugared cereal and watching cartoons. But either way, we're here, Doc's Daily, on a Saturday. It'll just be the two of us, probably most Saturdays, to be honest with you. Because people are lazy and they don't have the grind and that work ethic like me and Griffin.
That's right.
I'm just gonna shout. I'm just gonna call out everybody because they're all sleeping. So it's all right.
Yeah, where the hell is Craig? Where's Nick at? We know Nick. I know where he's at.
Craig's still missing in action from yesterday. This guy was 3-day weekends. But we're gonna go over the baseball card today. We'll talk a little NBA, NHL. There's no NBA on today, which I'm thankful for.
Me too.
I mean, I'm an NBA hater. I hate to tell you guys this in the chat. By the way, let me get some housekeeping stuff out of the way before I go on my rant of the NBA. Don't forget about Doc's Daily. We're here Monday through Friday. I clicked the wrong slide. See, it's just us two. We got double duties. Monday through Friday, we're here 1 o'clock Eastern. Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern. We're trying to come on a little earlier on Saturday than we do during the week so we can get into some of the early baseball matchups on Saturday. So check us out Monday through Saturday, different times there. New customers, $60 account. If you haven't already signed up for Docs and if you've never even heard of us, new people, come on in. You hit that subscribe button. We always got live content. That's what I'm in charge of. I'm trying to boost up a lot of different content for you guys. New customers, though, go over to the website, docsports.com/freak60. You get $60 parked in your account. Use any way you so desire. You can get Griffin's card here today. Every sport is $30. I think the props are 25 or something. Props are 25. You can get a week pass for 99. So if you want to use like that $60 towards that, you do you, Pikachu. So it's up to you. Don't forget about YouTube Premium. $19.99. You get Indian Cowboy entry level stuff. He gives picks every day, his leads. Premium Plus $49.99. It's 3 Docs experts. So it might be Griffin one day, it could be somebody else. 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. You get 3 different picks from 3 different cappers every single day in video format. Brought to you probably sooner or later by me. But right now, Craig Trapp's doing it. But he's missing it, actually. He's been Doc's Daily 2 days. He got on a bus to go to Chipotle in Cincinnati, and we haven't seen him since. So it's funny about that is it's a little true. Some of that's probably a little true, but we love our guy Craig. So yeah, check out YouTube Premium Plus. New account, $60. Park it in your account. It's real simple. The link is in the description of the video for both of these. Click them, take you right there. Just expand it, and you're good to go. All right, let's talk the NBA because there isn't any, and I'm happy about that. I'm not a big NBA guy. It's no betting allowed for me. Till the playoffs, I won't lie. It's nothing but action. So I had some stuff. I was on the Celtics. I just thought they had one more in me, but one more in them. They just laid down. They really just showed up to say they were there. I'm just here so I don't get fined kind of situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, dude. I mean, that was just an absolutely disgraceful game. They got absolutely torched right off the bat. I mean, I was watching this thing. They were already getting dubbed in the first half. And this brings us back to yesterday's conversation. And we talked about how statistically this Boston Celtics team is better offensively without Jason Tatum. They were 8-2 on the season straight up. This goes back to Moneyball. And why did the Athletics season end that year on that movie, Moneyball? It was because as soon as the big game came, they got absolutely shelled, the big series. And that was exactly what we saw last night. There was no Tatum. Brown couldn't get off the gates. He only had 20 points yesterday. Porzingis looked like a piece of shit, as always. New York just looked great, man. They just came out. OG had himself a game. They played very good basketball, and that's the biggest take I look at this. When we're going at that offensive appearance right now, Boston hit 31 out of 86 of their shots from the field. That is hitting 36%, and they hit 30% of their three-point shots. If Tatum's in that game, we're talking about a completely different statistic overall offensive output. So it was just a terrible game in my eyes. I took Boston money line. As you said, Lenny, I thought they had one more in them, considering the fact of how well they played all season long, with or without. There's Nick dropping in the comments. With or without Tatum, basically on a statistic standpoint, I was like, you know what? We're going to rip this bastard plus 120. The value's there. That was the only play for me. I was not back in the Knicks. Weird. I have to say too, Lenny, this has been a very surprising NBA playoff. Who would have thought Indiana would be here?
Who had that?
Dude.
Who had that on their bingo card? Eastern Conference Finals, Pacers, Knicks. Who had it? No, I just want step up, stay something. You know what I mean? I don't believe, and I will say this: part of me had the Celtics yesterday because I hate the Knicks.
So do I.
But I do understand their fan base, so I am a little sympathetic because I believe Lions fan base, like NFL fan base, the Lions team. I think our fans are obnoxious. I mean, I'm one of them. I am obnoxious on Sundays for NFL. And Knicks, the whole New York is just obnoxious anyway, whatever. So Knicks, Celtics, I just think if you're a Celtics fan, I get that Tatum and Brown are the core, right? Those two guys are future Hall of Famers in my book, okay? Porzingis is the guy they live and die off of.
Yep.
Like they go where he goes, they go. And if he don't have a good game, he ain't playing well, they don't play well. He didn't play well, they're done. I mean, so as much as those two guys are probably billed or marketed or paid even to be the center of that team, you ain't got a big man, you ain't got shit.
Agreed.
I mean, I say this in the NBA all the time. I mean, the NFL. Fat guys win Super Bowls. Your offensive line wins Super Bowls. Your defensive line wins Super Bowls. All that other stuff, that's that sexy throw, deep pass, blah, blah, blah. That's sexy. Everybody likes sexy. But I want to eat, and those fat guys win championships. No big guy, no NBA championship. So
it's going to be crazy, Lenny, because now we're looking at this thing, and we've got the Indiana Pacers and the Knicks rolling into this next series. I don't even know. This is going to be I
don't even know what to think.
It's going to be interesting. I never thought this was going to be the one we were looking at. I thought it was going to be Cleveland and Boston. And here we are sitting with Indiana and New York. It's going to be an interesting series. But we can
their game
on that going into next week.
Yeah, their game is until game one is Wednesday, I believe, the 21st. Yeah. So, I mean, I have already just angrily at the Celtics I knew that they just laid down. I might have already thrown a small bet on the Pacers because the Knicks are favored game 1, 4.5 at home.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks are going to continue to lose me money in the NBA because I could bet against them because I can't stand them. But whatever. That's the NBA. I don't want to roll down that too long. You spend the whole broadcast advertising. Ridiculous. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. We appreciate it. I mean, it's 8 minutes into the show. We just covered the entire NBA. You're welcome.
We got Nick in here. Free play, anybody. You got a nerfy, Nick?
Yeah.
Drop it in.
You got a free play? You want me to drop a gem? Yeah, I got one for you. I can't say it on air, but I got one for you. No. All right. Quickly,
2015, baby.
Before we listen, let me just tell you, Lenny made a New Year's resolution. It was the clap back. So be careful in the comments. I'm just telling you. My wife says I'm too big. Other people roll over me. I got to clap back. So, and then I had to ask my youngest what clap back meant because I'm old. And then he told me to get sassy. And I was like, okay. Clark Schmidt, under 5.5 Ks. You're welcome. That's how you do it, folks. That's how an adult does it right there. You want to pick? There it is. Thank you. You're welcome. Goodbye. We'll talk about the NHL, though, real quick.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Scott says Nats money. We're going to get to baseball. I just want to cover the smaller stuff because there's only one game in the NHL today. And by the way, shout out Leafs Nation. Right. I was on the Leafs last night, so I was worried about my Leafs fans. Checked in on a few on Twitter, just make sure they were going to be okay when that entered the third period, 0-0. I'm like, because if the Leafs lose this series, it'll be in overtime. Mm-hmm. It'll be in overtime.
Lenny, this has been the weirdest series I have.
I love it.
Dude, this Panthers team, you don't know what the hell to expect from them. They'll torch up 7 goals in a game, and then they'll get shut out like they did last night. Absolutely crazy. Toronto pulling it off. That was just a massive trap line. plus 200 Toronto. It was just a trap, and everyone bid on it, including myself. I was on the Panthers. I took them 60-minute three-way regulation. Got absolutely torched on that play, but good for Toronto. I mean, dude, everybody's been bashing this team because they can't win the damn playoffs for the past decade, however how long it's been.
They can't get further in the playoffs than usually round one. I feel like they got that monkey off their back.
Yeah.
I thought this series at the beginning, if you would have asked me, I would have said this would have went 7 because this is just so for game 6, I went back and forth because I heard your argument on Doxdale. I heard everybody's argument that the Panthers, that, but I had this. I personally, this is going to sound really deep, way too deep on a Saturday morning, but I had to reflect and go back to what I thought going into game 1. And going into game 1, I'm like, man, this is gonna be great hockey. This is a heavyweight knockdown, drag out fight. Like, the children should not watch this. This is going to be gory. And I thought it was going to go 7. So in game 6, I had to bet the overtime. I like this pizza money on the draw because you can get that over 300 all the time, plus 350, plus 320 on the draw. I like the pizza money on that for sure because you hit that. That's a nice little bang. But I was on the Leafs, so I felt good about that.
What were the odds in that regulation draw yesterday?
The draw was 320, 325, right around there. I mean, it was whatever. I'll hit that in every playoff game. I will do that, and that's just almost a blind bet in some series. I'll know right away because, like, this series here, 2-3 games went to overtime, man. Yeah. And then now you're going to get Sunday afternoon. Afternoon if you're on the West Coast, 1:30. Or no, 4:30. I'm sorry, 4:30 on Sunday night hockey, game 7. I have so much anxiety for this game, and it's Saturday morning. I'm a hockey nerd, so I'm all about it. I'll probably walk around my house Sunday morning with like a Red Wings jersey on and some underwear, just yelling at the TV. I'm just saying, my children.
What do you think Vernon's doing right now, dude? I'm pretty sure he flew out.
Do you think he's gonna go?
He's
got to go. He's got to go to the game. He has. If you guys haven't liked and subscribed yet, you should now, just to see Vernon Short at the game on Sunday. Game 7 NHL Short is going to be epic. I'm plugging it right now, and I don't even know if he's going to do it, but I'm telling you, I'll message him after the show. He'll do it. He gave a short out a pick yesterday on the channel too. He was at the
bro.
Yeah, he was on Toronto. He was at the downtown Toronto, like for the watch because they were in Florida, obviously. This is Toronto. Good for you, Canada. You're going to need a win because I think Donald Trump's going to invade you. But you know, you're going to need a win. I'm just saying. Okay. I'll clip that. That's going to be a short if you haven't already. By the way, I got to make a banner for this because I forget. But we have another channel that is like our sister channel, Doc's video shorts. All of our shorts, YouTube shorts, if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, YouTube shorts are on that channel, like the majority of them. So if you're looking for where Vernon's 20 shorts a day went, he hasn't cut them down.
They're still
he just moved them to his own specific channel. So there's a lot of stuff on that channel as well. You should like and subscribe. You just search Doc's video shorts. It's on YouTube, whatever. I should put a link in the description now that I think about it. But so look, I'm on the Leafs game 7. I'm old Canada. I'm eating poutine. I'm whatever the hell I'm going to Tim Hortons. I'm doing every Sunday's Canada Day in my book. I'm voting for the original 6. You know, I'm an original guy. I like old. I'm traditional. I'm old school. I don't think I bitched that Vegas got a hockey team because it's the desert and there's no ice.
I want to ask you this, Lenny. So your prediction was this was going to go 7 games.
Yeah.
You predict Toronto to win it in 7?
In overtime.
Okay. All right.
Either way.
Plan and followed it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, I like Toronto. When Toronto, the clincher, the game clincher, in this case, will be game 7 for sure. I don't care if it would have been game 4 for a sweep. It would have been in overtime. That's how Toronto's going to win this game, is in overtime. And I kind of flirt with the total because that total is, I think, at like 5.5 right now.
Yep.
Yeah, and I could see a 2-1 final in overtime. I could, but I could see a 3-3, 4-3 overtime.
But you have to also think, if this game is going to go one-sided and it's going to be a lopsided game, you have to be on the Panthers with this because they are the better team. They proved it. They have proved it all season long. And when they win games, they don't just only win these games. They absolutely torch these games. I mean, the goal differential entering yesterday in the last 2 games was 8-1 in Florida's favor. And then obviously yesterday 2-0 winner. So now it's 8-3 differential in the last 3 games. So Florida is still dominating this entire series. But guess what? We're back in Toronto here, and they're plus 105 on the money line for Game 7. Low total sitting at 5.5. It's going to be a very interesting matchup here, Lenny. Game 7, baby. Live and die.
Game 7 NHL playoffs. Let's go. Like, I mean, if that don't get your motor running, I don't know what does. I looked at right now. I'm just looking at a quick book real quick. You can get 302 on the draw, plus 302, and that's low for a draw. To be honest with you, I feel like the books, they still give it, but this should be this game is going over. I'm telling you right now, there's gonna be money on this game in this house, for sure. Let's go to baseball. Let's get this moving on some baseball because we got early games. Any early games that you like out the gate?
Yeah, bro, I can rip the whole card if we need to. Doesn't matter. Let's talk about this first game. New York Mets rolling into New York to play the Yankees. Griffin Canning gets the start for the Mets here. And I always talk about the Mets and their trend as a nighttime team. They are by far dominant. 17-9 during night games this season, dating back to last season, 57-37, and they hit 260 as a team. That is during night games. And then I ripped the hell out of Griffin Canning apart in my most recent match. When in his last outing, I free played him. I said, this guy sucks. He pitched for the Angels. He was never consistent. You know what? I take everything back that I said about this guy. He has developed himself into a very strong, consistent pitcher. He's painting the corners. His strikeout to walk diversification, 42 Ks on the season, 16 walks. That is absolutely sensational. That is dialed in, continuously consistent. He's got 42 innings of work, a 5-1 record, and a stellar 2.36 ERA. Now for the Yankees, their weakest arm is going to get the start today. That's Clark Schmidt. Schmidt's 1-1 on the year. He's posted a high 4.73 ERA. He's got 25 strikeouts and 12 walks. Decent strikeout to walk diversification, but not impressive. The Mets are playing below 500 baseball on the road right now, but they're 6-4 in their last 10 games, currently on a 2-game winning streak. The Yankees at home, 12-10, not playing their best baseball at home. They actually play better on the road. I like the Mets in this game. Griffin Canning is going to start getting his lines are going to start getting a lot more juicier. And in this matchup right now, I believe that we can get the Mets here at plus value at plus 110. Take the Mets here on the money line as well as drill this under. Yankees, I don't know what their team total is, but I am not expecting a lot of runs to them in this matchup. I think this is going to be a one-sided game. Drill the under total 9.5 runs in this game and take the Mets on the money line for this one, Lenny.
Yankees team total 4.5. Total for this game is at 10.
Don't touch that one.
I don't know. That's like right there. You know what I mean? I think this game does go under that 10 number, but don't get me wrong. It flirts with it.
For sure.
It's 8 to 9 runs. I think we flirt with, I think that's a sweat. And let's be honest, if we want to make money, I don't want to sweat. Nope. I'm a big guy. I don't like sweat, talking about this next game, Cubs, by the way, we hit that yesterday.
Somebody said in the comments section,
thanks for the cut. Cubs, yes.
Brother. Me and Nick yesterday, we were over at the bar watching the game, and we literally laughed like, bro, we just threw this thing out. They scored 16 runs in the 7th inning. It was something ridiculous. It was already like 13-3 in the 7th. Ridiculous.
What was great about it is on Doc's Daily yesterday, you guys talking about like the wind, right? And everything's going to go the overs, and the wind's blowing out. And I'm like, man, I don't know. And I said, I don't know. I don't like to bet anything over 10. Like that's my limit. Like I won't 10.5. Once they started, they adjusted some things last year. I forget what it was, but the run. Anyways, I moved my number to 10.5 mentally. I won't take if it's 11. I just move on to there's plenty of baseball to bet, right? It's just a system thing for me, and I just stay away from it. And it was at like 11.5. And I'm like, I don't know, guys. Yeah, like I'm telling them the system, and you guys are like, take the over, take the over. And I'm like, whatever, F it. It's Friday. Friday's my F around and find out day. So I effed around and found out, and it was good. 13-3 final. We hit the over. Thanks to you guys. I was on that. Good call yesterday. Today, you mentioned the Mets at night and how great they play at night and this and that. Wrigley Field, Chicago, midday on a Saturday?
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
you already know where I'm going with this.
I mean, I get that's why the Cubs are minus 290 over the White Sox. I get it, whatever.
We'll take them run line.
I'll take them run line. And if you don't think it's the same game parlay on the over after last night, yesterday's debacle, I didn't even look who was on the mound, and I bet the over. That's where I was at.
This one, Lenny, this one scares me, the total here. So we got a total sitting at 9.5 in this one. And yesterday's almost looked too obvious. The Cubs put up 13 runs. The Sox put up 3 runs. 2 of those runs came in the first inning. So that Yerfy smacked. 2 of those runs came in the first inning. Can we expect the Cubs to douse another 10-run game in this matchup? Because I'm sure as hell not going to back this White Sox offense. I would take the White Sox team total under. I don't even know what the hell it is. It's probably somewhere around 3.5, 4.5. I would take their team total under. Matthew Boyd's on the bump for the Cubs. This guy is very efficient. He's 3-2 on the year, and he's got a very stellar 2.78 ERA. And we know what the Chicago White Sox do. They can't do shit. They cannot score. They can't win games. They are my team, and I have absolutely no problem ripping these bastards apart because they do it season in, season out. And in this game, that total at 9.5 after 16 runs in yesterday's game, I just can't jump on the total. But take the Cubs on the run line in this one, Lenny. I'm on this one run line.
It's moving up the total to 10. Break. Some spots it's at 10. Shop your lines, folks. I'll say this probably 13 times a show if I'm on air. Shop your lines. Shop your lines because you can get 9.5, you can get 10. I got what did I get? I'm trying to find it. But anyways, I bet the over, whatever. I got it at 10. And I also have Bella, the same guy I had yesterday to hit a home run that didn't homer.
Yeah, we were looking.
Moses Bellarosa, whatever, big guy from the Cubs. He
had an RBI.
He had a good day. He went like 2 for 4. He had but he didn't hit the ball out of the park, and that's okay. So we're back on that horse today. For me, it's pizza money. Okay. So, think like a half unit. That's what I call pizza money. So half unit plus 325. Right now it's at 360. See, I missed that. But see,
Nick's just throwing plays out here, guys.
I see this. He's just in here. He is just
Nick. He's got Scott Blakely, Matt Olson, Lucas Giolito. He's 5-10 lifetime, 3 overs. There you go, baby.
Oh, there we go. Hold on, my degenerate ass is looking for that player prop right now.
So Scott Blakely wanted to know the Nats money line here against Baltimore, and that is an absolute play. Yes. But don't take them full game. Keep the bullpen out of this one. Take Jake Irvin. Take them on the first 5. Kyle Gibson is getting his 3rd start of the season. He's been absolutely atrocious. And Kyle Gibson is a very good pitcher, but you never want to put your chips on a falling knife. Right now, he is a falling knife, 0-2 with a 13.11 ERA. Jake Irvin, on the other hand, Irvin, whatever the hell you want to call him, this guy's a consistent pitcher. He's been in the league for a long time. He usually dials in about a 3.50 ERA throughout his lifetime statistics. He's consistent. He's a guy that can come out and give you 5-6 sharp innings. Washington, they are very fast on the base paths. They steal bags. They have good slugging percentage. They're quick on the bases. They're pesky. I like the Nats here. And I almost don't even hate the reverse alternative run line with the Nats minus half a run. You'll probably get some very good odds there. If you want to play it safe, take the Nats first 5, Scott.
I thought about that Nats game. I did. And I was going to wait because I knew I was on the show with you and I wanted to see, I'm glad. Scott, good job. You're in my head. You asked. Because I went back and forth because are the Orioles really this bad?
They're terrible,
they fell off a cliff. So I'm always waiting for the Orioles to kind of, get their shit together, kind of. Yeah. And they just haven't. And they're 15-28, 8-13 at home. Dude. At home. And they're playing a Nationals team who has just been traditionally not great, but they're better than they are right now. And I'm like, oh man, I don't, as soon as I bet the National, I didn't bet this game, folks. So you should, because as soon as I bet the Nationals, the Orioles will win. and they'll go on a run. So I won't bet the Nationals.
So I want to touch up on that as well, because everybody is lost right now with the Baltimore Orioles. Nobody knows what the hell to do, because this team has the same basically lineup. I mean, they got rid of Santander. They dropped a few guys, but that lineup is still the same. And their pitching rotation, they actually added a couple guys like Dean Creamer. He's supposed to be a very good pitcher. Career-wise, he's been very good. He absolutely sucks with the Orioles right now.
Yeah.
This is a team you do not want to try to time these guys. Let the Orioles get on a 7-3 run, 8-2 run. Let them start stroking the baseball. That's their biggest weakness right now, is offensively. Their pitching's actually even worse. But let this team start dialing in and clocking in. And once you start to see them get on a run right now, they're 15-28 on the year. We're a month and a half into the season right now, guys. We haven't even hit the All-Star break. Let them pick up their shit. Once they start rolling, then you could start betting on them. But right now, bet off and take the Nats here first 5.
I like that. I like that first 5 bet a lot. I mean, I think I like first 5s. I'm very rarely am I a full game total guy. That's probably the least of my bets, to be honest with you. I'm more of a nerfy. We've talked about that. No bet 9th inning. I'll go on there. I'm still waiting for Caesars to drop that in Vegas. Last year, they took till about halfway through the year. Then they let me bet that. So I have to go in Vegas, live in Vegas. Like, I don't have DraftKings and FanDuel and all that other stuff. I gotta do old school. I gotta make a phone call to my cousin in Michigan if I want to use FanDuel. Okay. I gotta wire some money to cousin Scott for Scott to place a bet for me. You know what I mean? I gotta get around the system. I'm not even gonna lie. That's probably
illegal. I know
it's probably illegal, by the way. Don't do that, folks. Don't do that.
Great.
I'm just saying, hypothetically, that's what I would do. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying?
Games here. Otherwise, we could run down the card.
Yeah, here, Reds Cleveland game, bullpen game for both teams. I
just wouldn't even touch this game.
I don't like it.
I wouldn't touch it. You got Ciccone, whatever, on the bump. I believe I've seen this guy at an outing. No, I have not. Okay, that's a different name. This is just an automatic fade game. When you got 2 pitchers, this guy's got 21.2 innings of work. He does have a solid 13 strikeouts and 4 walks with a 1-0 record, 2.08 ERA. But for Cleveland right now, this offense is just so unreliable at times. You never know what to expect from this team. And if they win games by a run. They never blow anybody out. They're not playing dominant baseball right now, despite the fact them being 25-19. They're just not consistent. They'll go on these weird runs. So they're not a team that I would like to bet every single day. In a situation like this, where they have a pitcher who's taking his first outing of the season, don't just lay off this game. Don't even touch this game. Cincinnati on top of that, they're just always weird too. You never know if they're going to score 10 runs or if they're going to get shut out. This is a bad game, bad series, just a fade series for me.
Another series. See, that's agreed with me. I just stayed away. A series that I am going to be all over in some way, shape, or form is Pittsburgh and Philly. Pittsburgh's just, we talk about bad teams on Doc's Daily all the time. Like we kind of pick on the Colorado Rockies, but they do it to themselves. So I don't know what to tell you. And the White Sox, you kind of handle picking on them all by yourself. But we talk about the Marlins, bad team.
Terrible.
Pittsburgh Pirates, I think, need to be in that conversation of, we know that Rockies are the worst, Marlins are the second worst. That third team, we could talk White Sox, but I think Pirates are right up there.
Absolutely. I mean, they've got Paul Skeens with a 3-4. He's got a 3-4 record and a 2.4 ERA. What does that tell you about a team? Skeens is one of the best pitchers in baseball. This team's averaging 3.1 runs a game offensively. They're 30th in baseball, 27th in team batting average, 27th in on-base percentage. I can go down this whole metrics with how pathetic this Pittsburgh Pirates team is. So in this game, I am drilling the Philadelphia Phillies team total over 5.5 runs in this matchup and take the Phillies on the run line at -145. Zach Wheeler's on the bump, 58 innings of work, an incredible 74 strikeouts and 11 walks. This guy's absolutely dialed in. Pittsburgh can't hit the ball to save their lives. I don't also hate the actual totals in this game at under 8.5 total runs in this matchup. I think that's also a valuable play. I think it's going to be a one-sided game, and I think the Phillies just absolutely scorch them. So that's why I like the Phillies team total. I don't think we're going to see the Pirates get a lot of runs offensively. And then Carmen Moldeski, whatever the hell his name is, gets the start. And I've been watching this guy. I still don't know how to say his name. He's not bad. He's not bad. He's got a 5.20 ERA, and that's going to cause a lot of public attention as well to be on Philly. And that's the only thing that scares me in this game on the run line. But with that being said, Pittsburgh, they can't score runs offensively, and the Phillies, they dominate. They're just a dominant team. They could be losing in the 9th inning 5-1. They'll scorch up 6 runs and come back and win that game. So the Phillies are a reliable team. Pittsburgh's a liability. Zach Wheeler's absolute dominant force. We don't know what to expect out of Carmen Wadowski, whatever the hell his name is. Give me the Phillies here on the run line and give me their team total over.
I like the team total. I like it. I'll tell you what, I'm on Philly alternate run line -2.
I like that.
And just straight up -2. That got me real close to even money. And I like that. The run line at -1.5 is like minus, like you said, 145, right around there. I don't like the lay runs and juice.
Sure.
Like I just as little as I can. I mean, nobody does, but as little as I can. There's a couple parlays I got in Phillies in a couple of them. Like, just I'm a dorky parlay guy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's Phillies Tigers for me.
Out everything, dude. I'll parlay every day. I don't care.
Cubs, Phillies, Tigers, 3-team parlay. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
You got to do it right.
It's plus money. It ain't horrible. You know what I mean? It's juicy. It's but whatever. Speaking of an early game we skipped over, I'll let you break this. Look, for me, Tigers, Blue Jays, Reese Olson on the mound. Lauer on the mound for the Blue Jays. He's horrible. Tigers are great. Canada sucks. It's all about the Leafs. It's the Tigers by a bajillion today.
I mean, there's really nothing to overthink in this game, Lenny. I mean, I've talked about it, and I've ripped apart the hell out of this Toronto Blue Jays team all season long. And they've got Lauer on the bump. He does have a solid one. This is also good. This is a public track. If you like Detroit today, this is good. Because you look at this line immediately. Lauer's on the bump. He's got a 1-0 record, and he's got a 2.00 ERA. Toronto's at home in this matchup, and they're plus money. You got Reese Olson on the bump for the Tigers right now, and he's got a 4-3 record, which also can be decisive. That could kind of mess with people's head a little bit, considering the fact he still has a dominant 3.38 ERA. And we know what the Tigers have been doing all season long. They're first in the AL Central. They've been an absolutely dominant force offensively. Pitching's been even better. There's absolutely nothing to overlook nor overthink in this game. If you like this matchup, take the Tigers, lay the juice at -135. I also look at this total. It is not attracting to me just based off this number at 8.5, because we don't know what the Toronto Blue Jays are going to do. They get base hits. They get guys on base. They cannot capitalize. They can't hit the long ball, and their slugging percentage sucks. So they can't produce runs. I can't trust them. Always a liability. Detroit, on the other hand, they get jobs done. They score runs. They back up their pitching. They come back when they're down. They are a team you could trust. They're a team you can count on. Lenny, I'm juicing your boys up right now. Take them Tigers on the money line, -135, boys.
Listen, I took the Tigers pre-series for the sweep. I think they sweep them. I'm a big Reese Olson fan. You watch this kid pitch; he looks like a 12-year-old man. And when he gets all worked up, his cheeks turn red. He's one of those guys. He's a real white guy where his cheeks just turn like he's blushing. That's when he's on his thing. He's 4-3 with a 3.3 ERA. I mean, 3.38 ERA. He does work. They'll put in the work. I'll tell you what. If you're not on this, you just stop betting because you're just playing around. You're just messing with your wife's money now. Now you're just messing with your girlfriend's stimulus check. Okay. I mean, Javi Baez over 1.5 bases. Javi Baez over 1.5 bases is. Oh, I just had it up. Hold on. Total man. It's such a build up for nothing. It's plus 108 on Caesars. Plus money over 1.5 bases. I'd take it over 2.5. The dude's on fire. He's hitting the ball like it's a beach ball. Hit a home run. He's playing center field like the greatest center fielder ever. Like he was made for that. He's turned his whole game around. The thing about Javi is what I've learned to love about Javi is Javi swings at everything.
He does.
Okay. Javi's strikeout rate is, he's like swing and miss, but he chases outside the zone for sure.
Breaking balls.
But he's being smarter about it and waiting a little bit. He's made it work for him this year. So we're going to keep the trend is your friend. And Javi Baez is in the front car of the train on that trend. and
Lenny,
I'm on it.
Are we supposed to be thanking Nick for this? Because
So
Nick,
I've had text messages where Nick took 100% credit for this.
Dude, and you know what? Since Nick and him hung out at the bar, he's back. He's back.
Yeah, he heard Javi.
We got smashed together. And he said, I need 20. Everybody who doesn't know, Nick's a huge Cubs fan. 2016 Cubs World Series, Javi Baez. Nick said, I need 2016 Javi back. He said, okay, Nick, I got you. All of a sudden, the guy's hitting 350. He's just torching. He's playing
a home run last night. I mean, it's like Javi Baez is by far. I don't want to say that he's the breakout on that team because it really isn't. For as good as he's playing, like you could make an argument for comeback player of the year for Spencer Torkelson, who's having a great year. And then you got Riley Green is just consistent. He's just the epitome of consistent.
Very underrated hitter in that lineup.
And then you got
underrated
Tarek Skubal, who's a Cy Young Award winner. So, like, that team is full of young, just talent. And I'm going to tell you right now, Nick has Javi Baez might be his favorite player of all time. Because I texted him the other day when Javi Baez hit a home run or something, right? And I texted him after the game, and I'm like, Javi effing Baez. And he was like, and he took credit for it all over again. The same story you just say. He's like, I told him, Lenny, I told him. And I was like, because when he sent me that pic, he was hanging out with him. I said, you tell Javi Baez he owes me money from last year. He cost me money. And he started laughing. So good stuff with Nick and Javi Baez. Late games. Let's talk about some late baseball games here. The Arizona Diamondbacks are minus a bajillion against the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go with that game, guys. You take the D-backs team total over. You can't take them on the run line. There's no value, really. It's at 360 again.
I'm on the over because Zach Gallen's on the mound with a 4.5 ERA.
Mm-hmm. And Marquez has already got an 8.27 ERA. This guy's had good seasons. You
want to think that.
I know. And you're going against a D-backs team who just scorched you 8-0 last night. It's like, where the hell do you go with this one, Lenny? This is a game for me where if you're on it, you got to take the D-backs again on the run line. And you have to go with the over because Zach Gallen has not proved himself to be the same Zach Gallen that he's been for years on end. And then Marquez with an 8.27 ERA. There's no value. You're pretty much guessing if you take the under in this game.
Right.
And if you take the Rockies to win, well, they're 2-20 on the road this year. So I don't know what the hell you're doing and what you drank last night or what you smoked this morning. So I'm off that game as far as that. Sure. There's no value in that one for me.
Yeah, I don't see anything other than the over. I'm on the over, and I got it at 9.5, low plus money. It's a 9.5, depending on where you're at. And I took the over 9.5, and I'll be honest with you, I feel like this game, as soon as I bet it, I thought this game's gonna have 9-0, and I'm gonna be so pissed because I didn't shop for the 9. I didn't shop for it. I said 9.5 plus money. Hell yeah!
You got that? You got the hook in there?
I got the hook in. I was like, hell yeah! And then I was like, ooh, Arizona wins 9-0. I'm telling Colorado, you'll be off the Christmas card list if you start fucking. I'm just saying, right?
We're going to this game tonight, and we're still trying to figure out how the hell are we going to bet this thing. I don't know how to bet it.
You just take every Diamondback player on the lineup over 1.5 bases or to get a hit. Like you gotta. I know there's some anti-parlay stuff. You can't find a way to get on the Arizona Diamondbacks without a parlay.
Of course,
I don't feel like unless you're just on the total and
no, I'm not gonna say it's a parlay chopper. I mean, it's the Rockies. Give me a break.
Yeah, right. Mariners Padres. That's a game I think could be interesting. I don't think that the Padres should be minus 190 in this.
Agreed. And that is a massive public trap incentive because Emerson Hancock has a 6.91 ERA. But this just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Pavetta's on the bump. He's got a 5-2 record with a 3.05 ERA. Hancock's 1-2 on the year, got a 6.91 ERA. And I talked about this, and I'm going to talk about it again. People are way too high on the Seattle Mariners right now offensively. This team, you have to remember last year, they ended first in baseball when it came to ERA, and they ended dead last in baseball when it came to offensive hits, batting average, everything across all cylinders. They did go out and make some moves offensively, and they did stack some power to their lineup. But I don't think this Mariners team is going to end anywhere near close to what people are expecting. They're one of the top teams offensively in baseball when it comes to runs produced. I just don't see it out of this lineup, and I think we're going to see a heavy regression come into play. The only value here, though, in this game is because of the line sitting at minus 190, you have to take the Mariners here, which contradicts everything that I just said.
Yeah.
You have to go on the Mariners here if you want to bet this game because you're going to get them at plus 145, plus 150. Pavetta's a good pitcher. He came from Boston. He's been dominant this year, but his ERA has jumped from a 1.4 to a 3.05 in just his last 3 outings. So he has not been as good as he was. Hancock, actually, with that 6.91 ERA, he's actually progressed. He's gotten better throughout the season. So if you're going to bet this game, you have to go with Seattle, in which that case, that would bring us to an overplay because we know that there's going to be runs scored in this matchup with Hancock on the bump. And then we have to anticipate that Pivetta is going to get shelled in this game with a Mariners win. So you have to go the over 8.5 in this game if you're going to take it. That would be the most valued play here for me. I think that play makes the most sense as a bettor.
Everything you just said, I also thought. And for those reasons, though, I actually thought the under, and then I went, you know what? I'm thinking, I'm looking. Once you start looking for a play on a game, that's when you should walk away from that game because you're looking for. I'm looking for something that stands out to me, whether it's where the money's at in the public or a line or where I think regression is going to come or this, that, or whatever. Or a trend, and I'm looking there. But once I get past those things that are kind of obvious for me to see, if I got to look for something, and that's why I was like, everything you just said, I had that same conversation with myself, and then I was like, but I kind of like the under. And I'm like, no, moving on.
You start confident in yourself, and then all of a sudden, it's, you know what? This is a pass. This is
100%. Yeah, you start going there. Scott's, I think he's a Mariners fan, so go M's. All right. I mean, listen, I wouldn't be surprised if they win this game.
Me neither.
3-2 or 8-4. I wouldn't be surprised if either team wins that game by either score. So
know where a value play in this one is, Lenny. If you guys want to bet this matchup in particular, you take the Mariners here on an alternative run line play. You could probably get them at plus 250 to 300. I'm not saying put your mortgage on the damn game.
Right.
Throw a little pizza money at this thing and hit a 1-3 risk to reward play on it. If you guys are Mariners fans and you want to bet this game,
looking for something, right?
You need action. Take them on an alternative run line and get some juice with it. Otherwise, there's really no value here. There's no value here. And I'm looking at the later games. I tell you guys, take the Dodgers on the run line. But this is Kershaw's first outing of the season. And we
I was just going to bring that up.
So it's like you can't put your chips on this guy because Tyler Anderson gets to start for LA. LA last season, this is a nighttime team. They had like 46 of their wins all season long, all came during night games. And I want to say 38 of those on top of that actually were at home. They're on the road in this matchup, but it is in-state rivalry. Tyler Anderson's been outstanding this season. He's got a 2-1 record, a 2.58 ERA. I bit on the trap last night. I rode Dustin May and this Dodgers team, took him on the run line, got absolutely torched in that. So this is another game. I'm going to tell you guys right now, don't play this matchup. Kershaw, first outing of the year, he could get absolutely torched tonight. Then I'm looking at the giant. Go ahead, Lenny.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the Dodgers game. I don't. He might go 6 innings. You know, first of all, first outing, they're gonna keep him low. You know, it's a long year. Yeah. But if he gets shelled, he might not make it in a couple innings. And I feel that the last game of the night, the Dodgers, it's trap already. It's a trap. It's a trap because everybody lost shit. They got to chase it on that last game. The Angels, I thought yesterday was a live dog. And I think they're a live dog tonight. I won't bet them because of Kershaw, but I won't bet the Dodgers because of Kershaw either. So because of Kershaw, I'm betting either way on that game.
I have a dog here. I do have a dog here.
Okay, let's talk about Athletics and the Giants real quick, and then I want to talk about my favorite play in that. I got a play in Texas and Astros game that I absolutely love. So
I got a dog here, Lenny.
Talk to me about the A's, the Athletics. San Francisco Giants, Cervino on the mound, Roop on the mound. I think that's how you say his name. Later start, 6:05 West Coast time. So what are your thoughts here?
I mean, you guys got to look at the way the Athletics are playing right now. They're playing great road baseball. The Athletics, they don't have a home field. They're playing in minor league field to begin with. So out of Sacramento. So on top of that, this team, they're also on a 3-game losing streak. That's a huge public trap play. Looking at that, they're 3-7 in their last 10 games, but they play good on the road with a record of 14-10. And Luis Servino gets the start. Luis Servino is a dominant pitcher. This guy is so underrated. The fact that he's 1-4 on the year, I don't care. He's got a 4.70 ERA. I don't care. 40 strikeouts, 18 walks, strikeout to walk diversification, absolutely sensational. He's got 53.2 innings of work. This guy was a former Yankee, a former Met. He's been all over the place, and he's been good everywhere he's pitched. Landon Rope gets the start for this Giants team, and we know about the Giants. They started off the season very well offensively. They have regressed tremendously. They're not playing good at home with a 500 record, 12-12. 4-6 in their last 10 games. You're getting the Athletics here plus money. I like the Athletics here with Landon Rope on the bump with a 2-3 record, 4.73 ERA. He does have a good strikeout to walk diversification, but this guy's by no means dominant. And we have to ride the Athletics with value while they're hot. Right now, they're not hot. I'm not calling them a hot team, but they're playing hot baseball on the road. And if you're going to get a plus 130 line backed up with Servino, jump on it. I'm on the Athletics here, live dog.
I like that. I do like that because I think the Athletics are going to be a good team this year. I think they're a 500 ball club. The end of the year, I think
they'll be pushing
80 games. I think they break 80 wins.
Right.
I think they break 80. Let's say that. I think they're a decent team. This next game, though, we skipped over. We're just all over the place. We're getting our rhythm on Saturday. Okay, it's our first Saturday, me and Griff. But we'll be here every Saturday. Just so you guys know, it'll definitely be us two. Maybe we'll have somebody else on. You know, Nick will be in the chat. He can't get out of bed. He's just in the chat on his phone right now. You better have underwear on, Nick.
Night last night. Let's
all right. You guys better like, share, subscribe. Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern time. We're here. Let's talk Houston Astros, Texas Rangers. Blanco on the mound for Astros. Mm-hmm. My guy, Tyler, listen, I'm horrible at names. You should hear me talk hockey names.
Hockey names are ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just something of OV at the end. Tyler Mahi, though, or Molly, whatever. He's on the mound for Texas. And I'll tell you, I'm on Texas in every way, shape, or form. I'm on Texas, first 5, full game. You name it, I got it. I got -1.5, full run line. Money line, first 5, and full game. 4 bets. Bang, 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 bang. And the first 5 money lines at 118, I got it at. Money line for the full game was 130. Run line was even money at plus 100, or for full game was 150. First 5 was plus 100. I like Tyler Mahi. I like this guy. I know that Houston won last night's matchup, so I look for the Rangers. This is a series they're going to kind of split. These two teams. So I'm zigzagging this. I'm right back on the Rangers after last night. So I'm in it. Any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, dude. The only play to go in this one is with the Rangers here. I mean, this Houston Astros bullpen is really, or their pitching rotation has just been really inconsistent. I mean, Framber Valdez, he's been inconsistent this year, and that's always a big name to talk about. Renaud Blanco gets the start here tonight. He's 3-3 on the year. He's got another 4.04 ERA. He hasn't been consistent. He hasn't been dominant. Years past, he was very dominant. This guy's actually descending in his career. He is not ascending by any means. And then Tyler Mahle, former Red. This guy is absolutely sensational this season. He's got a 4-1 record. The problem is it's almost too obvious here to go with the Rangers, but you have to. You have to go with the Rangers. If you're going to bet this game, you go on the Rangers. You got Tyler Mahle on the bump. He's got one of the best ERAs in baseball with the amount of innings of work he's got. He's got 49 innings of work, an incredible 0.96 whip, 37 strikeouts, 16 walks. He does walk a lot of guys, so keep that in your head. 4-1 record, a sensational 1.47 ERA. To back this guy up, say Mahle is to come out, and he absolutely gets ripped up, which I don't see being the case by any means, as the Astros are currently averaging just 4 runs a game offensively, 20th in baseball, which is dog shit. But right now, this Rangers team, they are 3rd in ERA, runs allowed against. their bullpen has been absolutely incredible to back up Mahle. So if you guys are looking at this game, look at unders for sure, which is also trap incentive, but you have to do it just based on how ridiculous this guy's been all season long. We know the Rangers don't score a lot of runs offensively. They're at home here. That's another confluence stacker that you can back them up here. They are just 8-13 at home, but they're 6-4 in their last 10 games. So they've got a little bit of juice behind them. They're coming off a loss last night, 6-3. So it makes sense that this is a bounce back game situation. And I'm not huge on the whole bounce back game herd. But in this situation, I am, because these two teams, we've got a divisional matchup. These two are going to go head-to-head all year long. These two are going to flop in that AL West. I mean, that's going to be a race with these two in Seattle. But anyways, Seager's back in the lineup. That is the poise. That is the centerpiece of this Rangers lineup. I love the way they're playing right now, 6-4 in their last 10 games. Mahle on the bump. Phenomenal ERA when it comes to their bullpen. Blanco on the bump for the Astros. He's been a liability all season long. He's only been descending, as I mentioned. Astros just haven't been consistent. I don't care that they scored 6 runs last night. I don't think they're going to do it again. I'm on the Rangers here as well, and I'm on the under in this matchup. And I would look at the Houston Astros team total runs actually to be over what is expected. And I bet it's at 3.5 to 4.5 in this game.
Interesting. I'll tell you what, I agree with everything you said about Texas. And you mentioned this on Doc's Daily a while ago about Corey Seager being the missing part and just kind of needing that plugged into that wheel for them. And these teams are just going to beat the hell out of each other. That's just the bottom line. So I like them today. I got one more question for a game here. But first of all, shout out our guy, Sean Higgs. Team Lenny, I appreciate you. I'll tell you, that's good. Good stuff, Sean Higgs. Griffin, Jack wants to personally thank you for getting up early.
Like Lenny got his ass up too.
Yeah, Jack, get up. Rangers win tonight. The Reds were stupid to let Tyler go. I agree. Last game I want to talk about here, the Twins. The Twins against the Brewers here. The Twins. Are the Twins ever going to lose? Because as a Tigers fan, this is enough of this shit. They've won 12 games in a row, 12, 13 games in a row. I mean, they've swept series against Boston.
Yeah.
Now, Boston, not a great team right now. Baltimore, we just talked about how not great they are. San Francisco, and then Baltimore again. And then they beat Milwaukee, game 1. Now they're in Milwaukee. They're playing Milwaukee for 2 more games in a series, Saturday and Sunday. They don't have a game off until Thursday of next week. So they play Milwaukee, and then Cleveland. Yeah. They got to start to lose. As a Tigers fans, we would like them to sit the hell down for a minute.
I wouldn't
12 games in a row. What are your thoughts on that?
I wouldn't be worried about the Twins long-term down the stretch. They don't have it when it comes to their offensive efficiency. They just don't score enough runs, in my opinion. But right now, in this current situation, you would have to be the biggest moron in the world if you bet against the Twins right now. You don't ever try to spot a play. That's like selling in the middle of a bull run when price is just absolutely flying. Whatever your investment is, we'll just call it gold, for instance. Say we're in a gold trade, a day trade, and this thing's just absolutely blistering up. You don't want to try to spot that thing to try to sell it and short it. They've won 12 games in a row. They're on a straight bull run. If anything, and if you've been riding them, say your wager size was $1,000 a wager. You just want to minimize that wager, like you're taking little percents off the top. So if you've rode this team for 12 wins in a row, just start chipping off your wager. So if your original wager was $1,000, drop it to $750. Drop it to $500. Drop it to $350. Keep chipping away and minimizing those wagers. We're getting them here at a fair -120 valued line. You got Pablo Lopez on the bump, which is I would say their ace. I mean, you got Ryan. There's a couple guys. They have very good pitching, I will say. Pablo Lopez, 3-2 record on the year, 2.77 ERA, incredible strikeout to walk diversification with 43 Ks, 7 walks. He's got 39 innings of work. But Tobias Myers gets the start for Milwaukee. And this kid's good. He's not great, but he walks a lot of hitters. Milwaukee's 9-16 at home. They're 4-6 in the last 10 games, doing absolutely nothing impressive. Twins are doing everything and above. So you got to ride the Twins here until they prove you wrong. Keep riding them. Unfortunately, I'm in the AL Central as well, Lenny, although I'm not really in a race for jack crap. I got the White Sox, so we're going to be bottom of the barrel no matter what happens. But in this situation, you can't try to time this with the Twins. You got to ride them while they're up. And as soon as they take that loss, then you back the hell off and you let them reset. Let this team play 3-4 games. Let them reaccumulate. See, do they lose a game and do they bounce back and get on another winning streak? Or does that loss actually put them in a pivot and then they start falling in a regression mode? So you have to watch this team. Keep riding them until they lose and prove you wrong, though, otherwise.
So question on that. I know that, like, I don't want to try and catch a falling knife, right? So I won't bet against them, but as a public bettor or, the public degenerate, that's me. I haven't been on them. So do you want to if you haven't been on them, you want to try and jump on the train now? I feel like me personally.
Not as a newbie. That's like buying into Bitcoin at 110K. We're not
you missed it.
Retracement.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay. I just want to make sure because I know, I get people all the time will mess. Like, oh man, it's baseball. What's that? I'm like, man, I don't want to. If you're not on them at the beginning, don't get on them now. You missed the train. It's okay. There'll be another one. Yep. My grandmother used to tell me that about women. I was like 16, got my heart broke. My grandmother told me, true story. She goes, Leonard, girls are like buses. Don't worry. If you miss one, another one will come along. And I'm like, what?
They're everywhere, man. I was out last night. They're everywhere. We're good.
They're everywhere for sure. I think that's it. I think we've covered pretty much every game. Most of them anyway. Whatever. We'll get to it. Finally caught the Docs Live show. Alex, what the hell are you doing?
These guys? First of all, I'm Griffin. Go to DocSports.com. You'll see me there.
One on the right looks, which is your right? His right? That one, you look familiar? Rob, August. Who's Rob? I know.
I don't even think we have. Oh, Robert. We have Robert.
Oh, Robert. Duh. Robert. Rob.
I didn't think
Rob. I don't know. Who calls him Rob?
August is in England right now. August is probably.
Yeah. Oh, it's probably sleeping.
No, midday. They're 6 hours ahead, 5 hours ahead.
We're gonna get him on Docs Daily. I've been talking to him. I'm gonna get him. I'm also trying to get Jason Sharp to come on, but we're slow baby steps. We're trying to get August on. We're here Monday through Friday, 1:00 Eastern. Saturday, we're here a little earlier ago. We went over the majority of the baseball card, the NHL, the NBA, WNBA started last night. I ain't got nothing yet on that. I need a few weeks with that. So we're here every Saturday. It'll be me and Griff most Saturdays. We might have another person here and there, but we stayed on probably twice as long as we originally thought, but we got a lot of viewers. We appreciate each and every one of you. Hit the like button, share. If you're new to the channel, which it sounds like, Alex, you might need a $60 account. Nice to meet you, brother. Come in Saturdays, new customers. If you haven't already, click on the link in the description of the video. You can go right to the website. It's real self-explanatory. Get a free $60 account every time you sign, or when you sign up. New customers, use that any which way you want. You like the Rangers? Rewind, brother. Rewind. That's the great thing about this tape. We'll see you guys on the next one Monday. Good luck. Unless you're against me, hopefully you can find Craig by then. If you see him, if you are in or around the Cincinnati area and a Chipotle is near you, go in and take a picture.
Where's
you might find Craig Trapp. There could be an extra free 60 account for you if you find Craig Trapp if you find a picture of Craig Trapp. Hold on. Hold on. Woo, if you DM me a picture on Twitter, Detroit_Lenny. Follow us on Twitter. Both of our description, whatever. If you tweet me a picture of Craig Trapp in a Chipotle in or around the Cincinnati area, I'll send you $100.
Dude, all right? I will tail that.
There you go. Boom. I want it. I want, one of those in the wild pictures, like in his element, preferably with his sunglasses on his head, mid-bite of a Chipotle burrito would be perfect. NBA, yeah, we got it. Going to the game tonight, the Reds. All right, there you go.
Have some fun.
Get after. I ain't doing nothing tonight. No, next weekend I'll be in Arizona with this guy.
Yeah,
I'll talk to you guys. Next Saturday should be a really good show because we'll be in the same. We got to figure out a way We could maybe do it together.
We could do it together.
Same spot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can figure that out.
All right, guys. Good luck unless you're against me. I'll see you on the next one Monday. Good luck. Take care, guys.